And welcome. We are here at Jay Willard Gymnasium where the Eureka High girls basketball Loggers play home to the South Fork Cubs. This is Tuesday night basketball on EHSPN. In the tip, Bobby Purify and number 4, Falk. Izzy Miranda drives, takes it down for 2. She misses. Rebound by number 22, and she's out of bounds. It will be Loggers basketball. Loggers come in. The Cubs are 2-10. Loggers 12-4 on the years. Birdie inbounds to Seunga to Birdie for 3, and that is good. Taylor Birdie hits the 3, and it's early 3-0 lead for the Lady Loggers. Number 22, Amaretti has the ball. She hits Amaretti with a shot now. She misses. Mua with the rebound. Pass over to Taylor Birdie. Turns it over. Number 21, Teasley with the rebound. Passes up. Number 22, Betnurk. She turns it over. Mua the other way to Bobby Purify down the right side. Bobby Purify stumbles with the ball. Passes it back out to Mua at three-point line. To Birdie. Top of the key, three-point line. Out to Mua, back out to Izzy, who shoots a 3 from the right corner, is good. 6-0 lead for the Lady Loggers. Number 4, Falk, down the floor to number 22, Betnurk. Betnurk with the ball top of the court, three-point line. She dribble, waiting for something to happen. Nothing's happened, seems going. Sango with the steal. Sango down. Stops three-point line, passes over to Miranda, who takes the layup, misses the layup. Defensive rebound by Falk. Falk the other way, left-hand dribble down the left-hand side. She jumps off, passes the ball back. Over to Amaretti, top of the key, three-point line. Back to Betnurk. Betnurk gets the ball stolen by Bobby Purify. Here comes Bobby Purify. Up to Izzy Miranda, who cannot get to the ball, and that's a turnover. Loggers out to a 6-0 lead, but are very, very sloppy from the field so far. I need someone to come do this with me. You want to do this? You want to do this with me? And that's a turnover by Falk. Miranda with the ball. No. Falk gets it back. Over to Teasley on the right-hand three-point line. Passes to nobody. Amaretti gets it. Back to Teasley in the right-hand side three-point line. Mua with the steal. Here comes Mua. Up to Purify, and another turnover. Loggers with 3 early turnovers so far. They got to stay strong with the basketball if they want to blow this team out like they should. Here comes Falk, left-hand side, down the court. Pass inside to Emery at three-point line. She gets the ball stolen. Here comes Sanga up to Miranda, who takes the left-hand layup and is fouled by number 22, Betnurk. Miranda has been streaking down the floor, and Loggers cannot seem to find her. Finally, they do. Here comes Izzy Miranda, free throw line. She bends her knees, shoots, and scores. That's a free throw from Izzy Miranda. Loggers have a 7-0 lead early in the first quarter, 5:54 left. Miranda misses second free throw, gets her own offensive rebound. Out to Mua, back out to Miranda, who's on the 2. Two from the right corner, no. Rebound by Teasley. She gets the ball knocked out of bounds by Birdie. It will be South Fork basketball. Seems like I have no help here so far, so I will be the only one broadcasting to you live. Timeout, South Fork, their first timeout, as the Loggers are up 7-0. We'll be right back. South Fork inbounds the ball after the timeout. 5:27 left in the first quarter. They are down 7-0. It has been quite the dominating effort so far by Loggers, besides their 3 early turnovers. And here comes Justin Ross in the building, finally. He is finally in the building.
That is Scott Sterling to you, sir.
Scott Sterling has been leaving me hanging for the last 3 minutes as I've been trying to get everything set up.
I apologize, B-Fish. I want to let you know that my salmon this evening was delightful.
Oh, I bet it was, even though I hate salmon.
Salmon hates you.
I only like smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon is good. I have to second that.
The Loggers have an early 9-0 lead on South Fork as Zach Ross comes in hot. He is be taking stats for the first quarter.
Zach Ross, say hi to the folks at home. Hi, folks at home. That was Zach Ross saying hi to the folks at home.
Number 4, Falk with the ball, left-hand side three-point line, back out
Now,
to
B-Fish.
Ferry, and she misses the 3.
That's quite an arc on that shot there, B-Fish. Now, how's this game been looking so far?
So far for the Loggers have a few turnovers, too many actually. As Birdie shoots a 3 and is short from the corner. Miranda with the rebound, but it is going to be off on Eureka.
Correction. Oh, really? Ooh,
Will be off on Eureka.
Sir. Bad call.
Hey, South Fork needs everything they can get today. South Fork has only shot the ball 1 time. They have committed about 7 turnovers already.
Ouch. And that is 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, or 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. I'm not sure how long the quarters are. But that 9-0 lead is a welcome sight to walk into.
So far, Floor General Mua already has a turnover. So we'll see if she can step her game up, take care of the basketball. Into Seunga, back out to Bobby Purify. And she shoots the layup, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Bobby Purify. She passes it back out to Mua for 3. That is long and off on Isabella Miranda. That will be South Fork basketball. Now Justin Ross, what do you think the keys for South Fork are coming in this game? They are 2-10 on the year. Just got lost to St. Bernard's by around 50 points. What do you think they need to do to actually have a chance to maybe stay in this game?
Well, first of all, I think scoring a couple points might be helpful, as they have yet to do that in this game. I think, like you said, if they truly have forced Eureka to commit turnovers, that's a good thing for them to keep up. But they should cut down on turnovers themselves. Just in the 1 minute I've been here, they've turned the ball over about 4 times.
He is definitely
which is not
right.
a very productive offense.
As Mua
hits that layup. Good shot from Floor General Mua there.
And it's 11-0 Loggers, 3:38 left in the first quarter. The only turnovers for Loggers so far have come on breakaway layups that they've overthrown the guy leaking out. Usually it was Isabella Miranda.
And that has been a big problem for the Loggers this year, is that transition offense.
Another turnover from South Fork. Isabella Miranda misses the layup, gets her own offensive rebound, and puts it back in, 13-0.
Great hustle by Miranda on that one. Now, Izzy Miranda today delivered some pictures to me of myself, Zach Ross, Caden Carroll, Alexis Huerta, and Owen Basham-Claire, the 5 men from the varsity team who have been playing since freshman year. It's a really cute picture.
It was very cute. Justin actually took credit for lifting Caden Carroll by himself, folks. I don't think that was possible, but he said he did it.
Granted, Caden Carroll weighs 110 pounds soaking wet, but I still probably couldn't do it. You're right.
He was actually doing some over-the-shoulder, using weights as over-the-shoulder for a workout. That's what he was telling me earlier with Caden Carroll.
Good shoulder presses.
Some amazing shoulder press. Now, South Fork has only shot the ball 1 time so far. It's committed around 8 turnovers. Let's see if they can get a shot up here.
The ball movement looking okay, but they cannot beat the shot clock.
It does not look like South Fork will be scoring many points tonight. 2:25 left in the first quarter.
Now, in that game against
McKinley.
St. Bernard's, did they score any points?
They scored around 19 points. It was 63-19. They lost by 44 points.
Well, okay, I mean, that's terrible, but like they at least scored.
Nakia Rowland in the game now, and she shoots the mid-range jumper from the bottom. She misses. Taylor Schaefer offers the misses the layup, gets her own offensive rebound, puts the layup in on the 2nd try. Taylor Schaefer will have a dominating size difference down low tonight, right, Justin?
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. And just a quick observation here at the booth. The South Fork team only has 2 players on the bench. That's going to be tough, playing a full game with only 2 subs. If we had a boys team to ask, I would ask them, because it seems like the situation for them as well.
Another missed shot by South Fork. Taylor Birdie down the side. Pass over to Taylor Schaefer, back to Taylor Birdie, and she makes the layup. 19-0 Loggers.
Great give and go on that play between Birdie and Schaefer.
Birdie had a game-high 23 points last game for the Loggers on Tuesday in their 10-point victory here against McKinleyville.
And when asked if she wanted an interview, she said, quote, no, end quote.
Taylor Birdie was too tired from every single The Pac-12 was here. I mean, the local channels were here. She was getting interviewed by everyone. That's how hot she was that night. Nakia Rowland has the ball. She passes out to Mua, back to Rowland, up top three-point line to Birdie. She gets a screen from Schaefer, passes out to Kiana Schumard, to Mua, back inside to Schaefer, and it's a jump ball. She had the ball knocked away from her.
Now, Brendon Fischel, there is, in fact, on Saturday, a EHS-sanctioned event, Winter Formal, coming up.
Yes,
now,
there is.
Are you planning to attend?
I will be attending with my girlfriend, actually.
What's his name?
His name is Steve.
He sounds gorgeous.
Yeah, he's definitely gorgeous. He's in love with the Coco as well.
Oh, that's good. Most of us are.
No, I will be attending. I still have to officially ask my girlfriend if she will come with me, which I'm going to do tomorrow morning, buy coffee.
Well, that sounds quite romantic of you.
I know.
Props.
I'm usually not the romantic type, but I still feel the need to. As Schumart hits the jumper, 21-0, opening quarter for the Loggers, 25 seconds left.
That's a great look from Schumart. And Brendon Fischel, do you know what color scheme you're going for?
I think it's going to be a royal blue color scheme. It's not my color. My color is usually red. I really look good in red.
I think blue would match your eyes quite well, actually.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Justin. Are you going all black, Justin? To the.
You know, I have yet to decide. I'm debating whether or not to ask someone to go with me. And if I do, then I'm going to wear my blue suit. And if I don't, then I'm going to wear my blue suit.
Wow.
Have you seen my
His blue suit is absolutely amazing. As the end of the third quarter, the Loggers are up 23-0.
That was the end of the first quarter.
That was the end of the first quarter. Now, how would you feel if you were Nick Flores and your girlfriend, Angelica Smolin, did not want to go with you to formal? She here?
I would feel bad, I guess. I would feel bad.
Well, rumor has it she told Nick she was going to go with her friends instead. What do you think about that one, Justin?
I think if he were to stand in front of this table, I would pull the dagger out of his back for him.
He definitely got backstabbed by his girl, but she's Angelica Smith. And joining the booth now is Zach Ross on lead broadcast. How are you doing, Zach?
I'm doing well. How are you, Brendon?
I am just fabulous tonight. So Zach Ross will be taking over the broadcast as the Lady Loggers are up 23-0 at the end of the first quarter. He'll be taking over for the second quarter.
And first off, what I want to say, Brendon, is thank you for not putting a turnover slot on the South Fork side of the stats, because that saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort. So thank you for that.
You know,
Ball
I didn't even know their
Purify.
names.
That's true. You did only put 5 slots. I was curious about that. Ball swung down to Purify for the 3-point on the left side. Ball's up. Ball's down. No good. Scrap down low. As Nakia gets the rebound, kicks it out. Schaefer with the ball, top of the key, back out to Purify. Now, there's a high-scoring game for one side and a low-scoring game for the other. What do you think that says about these two teams' skill levels?
Well, I think one is at around an 8 and the other is probably around a 1.5 out of 10.
Accurately said, I'd say. And another turnover here for South Fork. Come back the other way.
So, well, while you guys were busy driving here after your beautiful salmon dinner, I was really, really, really scared that I was going to screw up the broadcast. I did screw it up one time. I'm just to let you know.
And how did you screw it up?
I said the wrong time. I gave the time like 13 extra seconds.
You gave the time 13 extra seconds. I'm not following what you even mean by that.
Well, it was around 5:50 or around 5:43 left in the first quarter, and I said 5:54.
That's an odd mix-up, but that's okay. We'll forgive you on that one as Izzy Miranda misses it, and Schumard with the putback for 2. Well, that's all right, Brendon. We all make mistakes, and we're going to forgive you for that one. It's all right.
Oh, thank you, Zach. Zach, now, what are you planning on wearing to? You're obviously going with your girlfriend, Jocelyn, correct?
Indeed. I didn't ask her. She just assumed, and that's totally fine by me.
You know, I assumed with my girlfriend as well, but I feel like I should do something romantic because I usually don't do that.
As Purify gets rejected sourly from number 4 on South Fork on that fast break layup. Now, I think Purify forgot that there's still defense to be played by the South Fork team, but she was rudely reminded right there. I will be going with my girlfriend Jocelyn, and I will be wearing a slick silver suit with a little bit of purple on there as well.
Would this be your new Joseph A. Banks suit?
This would be my new Joseph A. Banks suit, as Nakia gets 2 points down low off number 11's defense.
I'd also like to say that it's a 29-0 run by Eureka.
Impressive. It looks a lot like Clippers-Lakers this year.
Did you see that screen by the South Fork? She was definitely moving, and she absolutely clobbered Bobby Purified.
She could be a little bit more frustrated than the Seattle Seahawks were at the end of that game. And we're only a quarter and a half, not even a half through.
Listen, I haven't heard from the main Seattle Seahawk fan I know, Daniel Raxa. He hasn't posted anything on any social media site since that day.
I would be worried about his health if I were
I might
really
text
thinking.
him because I am sort of worried myself.
Okay. Ball out
Brendon
wide.
Fischel.
3 points for Brendon
Rose. You went
Rose.
to the doctor today. Has your gonorrhea cleared up?
Actually, it was herpes. Thank you very much. And it hadn't cleared up. Actually, I have to take a bunch of antibiotics for it, even though it won't help. They are very invasive everywhere. Like, it's literally everywhere on my body.
Now, just to note here, we've got 2 of the Loggers' top 7 or 8 players in Floor General Mua and Mickey Seunga, but accompanying them are Braylon Rose, Lou, and Jessica Thomas, who are not usually in the game. And so, as Olivia hits that jump shot for 2, we'll be seeing a little bit more bench play tonight from the Loggers.
The bench play from the Loggers will still outplay the South Fork team, probably 10-1.
Quite possibly. And Braylon Rose already has a 3 bank shot from the corner. So that's a good start for her. As Floor General brings it up the floor, dishes it wide to Jessica. Jessica up for 2, down for 2.
I think there's 36-0 right now, Zach. And there's probably 36 points off turnovers so far.
I would say that's probably accurate. There's a shot up. Oh, a foul call. Chance for a point here for South Fork. Olivia Mua on that foul.
Number 10, Ferris.
Now, Fisher, I got to say, do you think they're going to be looking for the 10-point shot coming into this?
Well, they might try it from the other free throw line. That would be the only way they get back in this game.
Free throw falls for number 10 from South Fork. That's 36-1. Now, Brendon, anything is possible. I think you remember our sophomore year, we went down 25-1 against the Arcata boys team, and we came back to win that game. So anything is indeed possible.
Yes, that was a great game. I think I had maybe around 8 points that game. I had maybe a couple threes, maybe a layup. You sure that was our sophomore year, Zach?
I'm not sure, but I think it was. Justin Ross, Scott Sterling is nodding. He was there.
Yeah, because we didn't beat Arcata our freshman year, and then we did beat him our sophomore year. So you're probably right.
I think it was. I believe it was sophomore year. Yes, because that was the year I was lost in the bench, and I'm fairly certain I would have been playing a bigger part in that comeback if I wasn't lost on the bench, because we had 15 players that year. You'd remember.
Yeah, he's definitely
Jessica Thomas for 3, no good. Lou with the rebound and 2 points, 38-1.
Now, I'd like to say, do you guys remember my 17-point fourth quarter against Arcata at Arcata freshman year?
I believe I do.
That is my highlight of my, high school basketball career.
Now, we did not win in the dungeon at any point in our careers, did we?
No, we did not win. We actually, in fact, we lost by 20 points that game. We were already down by 30 going into the fourth quarter, and I scored 17.
Okay, so then I've got to say that was the game when I threw a full-court dime to Jake Tierney as it slipped through his hands, and he came up to me later referencing a Burger King commercial saying, I wanted to catch that pass, I just have these tiny hands.
Yes.
Is that the game we're referring to?
Yes, that was definitely that game. That was probably the best quote of Eureka High basketball, for me at least.
That's true, and that was the best pass I've ever thrown and the biggest dagger of the dime killer on Jake Tierney's end. That's all right, great kid, great effort, a lot of hustle out of him, so that's all right. We forgave him because it would not have done much for the score column.
Timeout for South Fork. Eureka Lady Loggers up 40-1 with 3:33 left in the first half. We'll be right back with some interviews with some fans. And we're back off the timeout. We have Sophia Gallegos here, a key contributor to the Loggers JV basketball team. How do you feel about your performance tonight? You guys won by about 30 points.
I feel pretty good about my performance tonight.
Have you gave your boyfriend crap about quitting the varsity basketball team yet?
Well, he came back, and I told him not to quit in the first place. So yeah, I have given him crap about it.
First of all, her boyfriend is T.Y. Latimer. He is a guard on the varsity basketball team who haven't won a league game yet and are like 4-15 on the season. What was his main reason for quitting the team in the first place?
The fact that they're 4-15 is kind of...
Well, that's definitely not sportsmanship from him, but he did come back. So we're happy. We'll see him out there later this year when they take on Arcata. Zach, you have anything to say?
No, that's about it. One question. Was it out in the open that he quit because they were 4-15, or did he truly try to disguise it with the fact that he was getting a job, or was that more so just a ploy?
He didn't quit out in the open because they were 4-15, because he actually did get a job.
At some point, did he tell you, I'm quitting because we're awful?
No comment.
You heard it first on EHSPN. Thank you, Sofia Gallegos. Now we're checking back in here, where the Good Logger team is up 40-1. Ball's up from South Fork. Offensive rebound here. Kick out. Driving left to the corner. Driving back right. Stop, pop, and cash money from number 22. That brings them within 2 points. Just kidding. Brings them within 37. All right, now I had a special request from Gloriana Mua tonight to keep the crap talk to a minimum, because they said that South Fork girls are actually very, very kind out there. Much like their boys soccer team, they may not get the best results, but they're very, very nice to play against. So I'm going to try to retract some of my comments that I've made previously and try to tone it down coming into the future.
Well, South Fork tonight really needs the McKinnville Big Bruiser to get any rebounds. But they don't have her, so they're not going to get any rebounds.
Indeed. A noted substitution is Floor General Mu is out. Santane Pansavang is in. This is the first time I've seen her active in a regular season game this year. She's been injured for a long time. Honestly, since my freshman year, I think she's had knee issues.
She's had a couple devastating ACL tears, actually.
It's true, and it's good to see her out there. Hopefully, if they can get her rolling, she's a good player. That will help them down the stretch when they need to liven things up and when they're also looking to go deep into the postseason. Free throws up from number 4. Free throws rimmed out for number 4.
Just mark it there.
Yeah, I have a feeling the starters will be resting the whole rest of the game for the Lady Loggers.
Something like that, Brendan, something like that.
Now, Zach, what is the theme for Eureka High's winter formal coming out?
Another missed free throw. The theme coming up for winter formal is a masquerade theme, which I'm excited for. It's forget the official title of it, but it is a masquerade theme, masquerade ball, and I'm excited to be wearing a mask. I'm curious.
Do you actually have one, Zach?
I do not. I'm going to either have to buy one, but I'm pretty cheap, or make one, which would be a nicer option.
I would actually have Jocelyn make it for you, Zach, because it actually looked good.
I will probably pretend to be busy come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and request to be, request to have help with making a mask.
Well, I think all the Eureka High students would wonder where to get a mask, actually, if they wanted to buy one. Where do you think they could get one, Zach?
Well, the well-thought-out loggers would probably look Google a week ago. Seeing as a week ago is not tomorrow, they would probably look Dollar Store maybe. That would be a bad mask. I'm sure there's places you could go. Perhaps not Staples, Michaels of the sort. That's another layup for South Fork, bringing it within 40-5.
And we actually had a fast break layup for Jessica Thomas back in the possession before, and she just absolutely bricked it.
Indeed. And Taylor Schaefer knocking in a putback there. I'd also like to note the stands are relatively empty here.
I'd also like to note that we have a very, very
three-pointer is
happy
up. Three-pointer
principal
is not good
here right now.
Indeed, his knees are 2 points for Jessica Thomas.
Jessica Thomas is making the most so far. Besides that missed layup, she's hit a couple jumpers. She's looking quite good out there.
Indeed. Showcase, one might say, for her. Oh, a spinning, awkward fadeaway two-pointer, short shot for number 10 on South Fork.
That was an amazing shot, by the way.
It was a great shot, I must say. It's 7-44 still, though. Got a lot of work to do if they're going to make this game close. Shot is up from Braylon Rose. Knocks it down again. I think that's 5 for Braylon.
Braylon hasn't missed yet, actually. That's she's making the most out of her time, too.
Cut, 22 down low, missed layup.
Braylon Rose is making the most out of her time so far. She hasn't actually missed out there.
And that's the first half, folks. It's 46-7 in favor of the Lady Loggers. We will be back with some halftime interviews.
And we're back here starting the third quarter. You've got Scott Sterling on the play-by-play and Zach Ross on all other forms of commentary. Sissy and Sam are now entering the building, making up our first and second fans.
Well, we actually are not going to do that.
We're going to try to put it on YouTube.
Record it.
Sam Luna just came in and asked what we're doing and why we're doing it, and the answer will be Gits and Shiggles, Sam. Gits and Shiggles. Now, there's a foreigner here, so just to make sure you understand, shits and giggles. It's a term of expression that means just
And,
for
we're
fun.
back here.
Titsy on an hour. Tits, for short.
And we're back here.
Cash
starting
money
off the
from the Loggers.
Third quarter with a 3-point shot that is good from Izzy Miranda, bringing the lead to 49-7. South Fork now bringing up the ball. Number 22 at the top swings it right to number 21. Looking for movement from her teammates, but Taylor Birdie steals the ball, jogs up the court gingerly, and gives up the fast break layup to save embarrassment, really. Bobby Purify in the far right corner swings it back up to floor general Mua, who swings it all the way around to Izzy, back up to the top to Birdie, who keeps swinging it to Mua, feeds it to Mickey in the low post, looking for her move, swings it out to Bobby Purify, who dishes it to Mickey for the assist. Pause for selfie.
Indeed, we just got a picture taken with Titsy on an hour from Switzerland.
We did indeed just get our picture with tits.
Mickey with the steal.
Zach, I got play-by-play. Shut up. Mickey with the steal. Mickey holds up to give the ball to floor general Mu, who swings it out wide to Taylor Birdie, who it really looked like she wanted to shoot that, but then probably saw the scoreboard and decided that we are a classier team than that. I'd assume that the Loggers are now going to work on their ball movement, which they admittedly do very well, as Taylor Birdie drops in another 2-point bucket.
So Justin, what do you think about this? The starters are back in the game, but they've definitely appeared to slow up the tempo a lot. They've gotten a couple fast break opportunities and decided to instead triple it out and wait and set up the half-court offense. So what do you think that the starters are back in, but at the same time they're slowing it down? What do you think that could benefit here?
Well, I feel like that's just an opportunity to give the starters to get a little workout in, and but at the same time, keep the awareness that there's a certain level of class that is required in this sport, and we are not going to be disrespectful to this team, but we are, however, going to continue playing. So I think it's good that they're getting the starters out. I don't imagine they'll be in there for much longer, as an entire 5-man switch is about to occur.
Now, if this was the Arcata boys soccer team, seeing as they are all around terrible people, do you think they would be doing this same classy move of slowing down the offense a little blatantly, but just to show that they're not trying to run up the score? Do you think the Arcata boys soccer team would show that same level of class and character?
Absolutely not. No. Whatever. No. Period. No.
Although,
And however, if I were given this position to be up by so much against said Arcata team, I would try harder to score more, because, as you stated, they are just terrible people.
Sam Luna checking out and leaving, even though she just got here.
Also,
yeah, if we were this,
no one cares.
Indeed, if we were this far ahead against the Arcata boys soccer team, I would lay a steaming pile of poop on the floor and try my best to rub their faces in it.
As Alexis Regan hits that 2-point shot, and yes, I just hope that you ate plenty of Thai food.
Indeed, it'd be spicy and smelly.
Well,
It might not even be solid.
Those all sound like good characteristics of the poop to rub Arcata's face in.
Indeed. So you said that they weren't classy enough to slow down their offense and stop scoring so many points and have hearts. But one of their players, and I quote, told our coach, "We're just a classier people, sir." So do you think he's lying, or do you think we're just jealous of the skill they think they possess over us?
You know, I can't try to explain the mentality of some of these Arcata players. And let it be known, I'm not against the town of Arcata or the general population of Arcata. My deep, fiery, anti-Arcata passion burns only for the soccer team.
Indeed, this is true.
And a quick update, it is now 58-7. Eureka Lady Loggers in the lead as number 21 from South Fork chucks up a 3 that doesn't quite make it.
Also notable, Saturday Pantabang with a dagger of a 3-pointer, not much net even hit. Straight back rim, directly down, no doubt about it. Looking good. That's a good sign for these Loggers here. If she can get rolling and get healthy, and keep her shot up, that would be good for them.
And now we've got Taylor Schaefer with the ball up top. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Swings it out wide to Schumard, who kicks it in low to Kia, putting up the layup, and it's good for 2. This is now a timeout taken by South Fork, and we'll be back after these short messages.
Just to note, the referee just walked over asking us if we want an interview. We said yes. He then walked away coldly, dagger to the heart, and an icy cold dagger at that.
And all we have on record of this referee is him saying no.
Now, just for that, next time he's reffing a competitive game, we might have to get the chant "just for men" going, because he's not bald, though he's showing a lot of gray.
Or ref go home.
Ref go home, ref you suck. Any of these classy ones would be good.
As he looks over and giggles.
Indeed.
I hope he heard me.
He's got a great mustache, though. And a
That
nice
must
pink
be
whistle.
said. That is true.
Checking back into the game, Scott Sterling here with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Zach Ross. As South Fork just put up another air ball that almost went out of bounds.
Also notable is that the South Fork player that tried to throw the ball back inbounds very clearly stepped out by 6 to 8 inches. The referee in question, who just talked to us, definitely saw it and decided to let it go because they're down by 57 points.
53 if you can do basic math.
53
Zach
points.
Ross is a Calculus 1 student here at
points.
Eureka High. Cannot do the math.
But
60
I was
minus
in
7.
the finish room today of Woodshop without a mask on. That could be detrimental to my thinking.
No more than the heroin.
No more than the heroin. The cocaine helps, though. Anyway, so yeah, I got hooked after I saw Wolf of Wall Street. Sharp between the ears, indeed. Anyway, that ref might be cooler than we think because he definitely let that call go, and that's a good sign because I often wonder why referees make certain calls when the game is so clearly in favor of one team.
As Alexis Regan.
Now I'd like to
puts up
comment here
one free
as
throw and misses.
Alexis Regan is at the free throw line. She thinks of me as the devil, which I am definitely not the devil. So I don't know what she thinks, and she still hates my guts. I have no idea why. Everyone says she's nice, but I think she's an evil person.
With that side commentary by El Diablo.
I don't know what she could be looking at, Fish. I think you're a pretty kind, pretty gentle-hearted person.
And you know you'd let her finish first, so.
As Kia has it on the right side. Dribbles up, looks for the down low pass, but ultimately swings it back up top to Kiana Schumard, who swings it over to Santanay, who misses the 3, but the Loggers get their own rebound and probably now look to burn a little clock as Alexis Regan misses a layup off the backboard, no rim. Rebound to Schaefer, who also misses a layup with no rim. South Fork bring the ball up the court, almost gets stolen by Kiana Schumard, but not quite. Number 11 with a sweet post move, but no finish. Jump ball now to go in possession of South Fork.
Now it's a running clock now, notably, for this game, and thank you.
That is the sign of embarrassment in basketball when they just don't stop the clock.
Now, I do have to note, because, again, the request from Gloria Onamua to keep the crap talk to a minimum, there's definitely a lot of fight in these South Fork players. They're not overly frustrated. They're not getting down on themselves. They're staying up, and they're still putting in the effort that they have been since the start of the game, and I'm assuming the start of the season. So much love to them for that. That can definitely be hard at times to do that. They could be used to it, but either way, the bench players look a little tired. Oh no, scratch that. Number 24 up and clapping, giving fist bumps to their team, jogging in there. So yeah, much props to the South Fork team for having heart out there and not giving up, even though it's very, very clearly not going to happen tonight.
That is a great quality to have, big hearts and small egos. And with that buzzer, the third quarter ends with a score of 61-7. We'll be back after these messages.
And we're back with the start of the fourth quarter as the Rothmans are arguing about their roles out here on EHSPN's broadcast. Justin, I have a feeling you're very sad that you did not get to do play-by-play as much as you would have liked, right?
I am very disappointed. Number one reason, because Zach was talking the whole time. And number two, actually, that quarter only took probably 8 minutes because the clock was running, so there was no stoppage of time.
South Fork shoots the jumper and misses. Rebound by Santene Fossavang.
I got to say, though, it's pretty easy to summarize the play-by-play. Loggers score, South Fork does not.
As he was the one told to, stop ragging on South Fork, Zach Ross by Gloria Amu, and not going with her comments.
Gloriana Mu's friendship clearly not very important to Zach Ross.
Definitely not important. As a missed jumper from Braylon Rose, and now to 11 for 3 on South Fork. She misses offensive rebound, and she throws it out of bounds. That will be a turnover on South Fork.
Back to that friendship with Gloriana Mua concept. It appears quite often that my friendship to Gloriana Mua is not very important to her or Olivia, as both of them, I believe, voted Ishmael best dressed.
That is very surprising, actually, and quite saddening. Well, my friendship with Gloria Amu was quite dissipated, and she wouldn't have voted for me anything if I was on there, so don't take it personal.
I try not to.
As Santene airballs the jumper. That seems like the first airball for the Loggers so far. They had about 15 against Mac High the other night. It's 63-7, 6:22 left in the fourth quarter. Now as we embark on the end of this game, the Loggers will head out this with, I'm sure, with a victory. Justin Ross going into their next game on Thursday. Will this even help them at all, this victory?
Well, it could prove very beneficial for the bench players who don't usually get in the game much to get some real experience, and real being debatable in this context, but it is really a great chance for them to spread the floor time and make sure everyone gets involved today, which could bring team morale up if there happen to be any players who didn't feel happy with their role on the team.
As Thomas misses jumper, South Fork lady comes down, and Alexis Regan swats her out of bounds. Even though she hates my guts, that was actually a great play.
Great job, Alexis.
And South Fork inbounding, number 22. She gets it stolen by Thomas, out to Rose, back out to Regan, to Fossavang to bring it up the floor. They're Loggers looking to slow it down with this running clock. They kind of get this game over with, They're up 63-7. It looks like a football score with the sevens on the board, with the multiples of 7. It's actually Pansavang. I'm sorry for the misinterpretation of that name, mispronunciation of that name.
Now, speaking of Pansavang, she looks a little rusty out there. Now, I'm not aware. Has she played this whole season yet?
I have not seen her play, and as we haven't seen her play, she's been practicing. I've seen her come to practice, but I have not seen her in a game. She looks, a little bit rusty, She might be not used to the game action.
Well, that's okay. I'm sure she'll get back into the swing of things here shortly.
As South Fork looks to add to their point total, and number 11 misses the layup, or not layup, actually, the free throw. And she makes it, and it is they have 8 points now. South Fork adding to their total. It is now a 55-point lead for the Loggers. As Regan passes into the corner of the Rose, back out top to Thomas, out to Pansavang on the three-point line, to Regan on the top of the three-point line, out to Pansavang, whose foot is on the line from, that's a deep two by Pansavang. She just drains it. As before, literally back rim and in, as Zach Ross would say.
That is the shot we are accustomed to seeing from her.
Now, I hadn't even seen her at school lately. I don't know if you guys have seen her, but I honestly haven't seen her whatsoever this year. Have you guys?
No, not really. No.
She has been dormant. As another steal for the Loggers. And she just crosses the ankles of South Fork, comes up the floater, but misses the floater. And Taylor Schaefer with the offensive rebound, passes out to Rose. Rose back to Pansavang. To Thomas. To Regan in the corner, three-point line. To the baseline. To Schaefer, out to Rose. Back to Pansavang in the three-point line. To Thomas, who heaves up a three. That is just a little bit right. Offensive rebound, Schaefer back out to Rose, who airballs the jumper.
Now, Brendan, going back to the popular topic of winter formal, are Batman masks acceptable?
Batman masks would be acceptable because I have no idea where to get a mask. So if you find any mask, I approve of it, Justin.
Well, if I may make a suggestion, I think that there are probably masks for sale somewhere in Old Town. I mean, there's antique shops, there's weird hippie shops, there's probably a costume shop. It'd be worth our time to look.
As Thomas hits the 3. Now, Justin, you are rocking a full black suit right now. You could actually be Batman if you just put on a mask. What do you think about that one? Yep.
Shout out to Mr. Katab.
Katab here getting his keys, who I forgot I had.
And back to that Batman comment. I hope you meant that because I look like a billionaire philanthropist. Is
Yes,
that the word?
that was the reason I said that. Plus, you know, you could rock the blue suit, which would really go well with the black, the Batman mask. I think it would really suit the attire.
Great pun by Brendon Fischel. Intentional or not, it would suit my suit.
As the Loggers are up by 60 with 1:55 left on his running clock in the 4th quarter. This game was all but over within the first 30 seconds. Liam Morris is probably not listening to this one, Zach. You know, as we try to put this broadcast on YouTube, which we'll get to, we are looking to go through all of the sports options to broadcast whatever sports event we can. Although I will be playing baseball next upcoming soon, the Rostrans will be keeping it strong with track and maybe baseball. Is that right, Justin?
Well, actually, you're almost right there. I am torn between sports, but baseball is not in the running. I'm actually thinking about trying my hand at tennis. What do you say to that, Brendon Fischel?
I actually think tennis is an amazing sport. As Alexis Regan hits her first 3 of her career, and everyone in the crowd goes wild, the 25 people left in this building go wild. And I think boys tennis would be not a bad option, as Justin, there are no guys for tennis, and you would play every single time.
That has been pointed out to me, and that is my main concern, because I'm only doing another sport because I need PE credits. But
as Rose hits the jumper.
I've grown up watching tennis, as my parents are both very much so fans. And I feel like I'm pretty good at ping pong, so I mean, really, what's the difference?
There is no difference besides a bigger ball and a bigger racket and a bigger net with bigger people on the other side. But anyways, would it be surprising to you if I told you I took tennis lessons with Matt Thompson for 2 years when I was 9 years old?
That would be very surprising.
But actually,
now,
it wouldn't be 2 years if I was 9 years old. It'd be 2 years if I was 8 and 9 years old.
Okay. That does surprise me. And let me ask, who was better?
I was definitely the better tennis player. He was kind of uncoordinated at the time, and I was a big baseball player. I used that right-hand serve to just dominate people. As the final buzzer sounds, Eureka High Loggers 73, the South Fork Lady Cubs 8. And this has been EHSPN's broadcast of Lady Loggers basketball on a Tuesday night. They win by 65 points from Jay Willard Gymnasium. We'll be back with post-game interviews and analysis.
Zach Ross here with the post-game analysis. It's a 73-8 for the hometown Eureka Loggers, and that shows a very clear dominance in both ends of the floor. They played lockdown defense from their starters to their very last bench players, and with high pressure as soon as they crossed the half-court line, and didn't really let up at all this game. They were classy about it. They did not try to run the ball as much in the second half, which was good to see, but they didn't really let down. They didn't let the opposing team get any easy chances, easy shots, hold them to only 8 points, and it was good basketball to see, which was nice in Jay Willard Gymnasium. Justin Ross, do you have any, Scott Sterling, do you have anything else to add to that?
Well, I think it's strange that they've still got the score because in games like this, they usually take the score down as we pause for a quick picture.
With the bunny ears behind Angela taking the picture there. Very nice.
Now, I really like to point out they gave up less than 10 points this game. That is some incredible defense, even against a team that maybe doesn't score many points often, but even so, less than 10 points is an incredible defensive stat.
Now I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Eric Giacone rocking the new Eureka High Loggers warm-up. I had never seen this, and it is looking fabulous.
Those are looking good enough that I might try out for the team again.
But he won't, so there's that.
The possibility of another season of crushing disappointment to get the call from Coach saying, sorry, son, you're not quite varsity material yet again. might not deter me enough to go away from those sexy warm-ups.
If I tell you right now that we've had 3 people that were on the team last year, probably not going to be on the team this year, that were supposed to be on the team this year, would it actually influence you to try out this year, Zach?
Well, see, I think if anything were to happen, I would have to go hang out with you guys, you know, take some infield, some relaxed stuff, see if I still have the talent that I once possessed. And also, I don't know, Jordan Thayer, I hear, is not going to play, so there might be some opening spots. I'm a senior. I hear the freshman class is not all that strong. I don't know about the sophomore class, but I think my chances are fair, so I don't know. We'll see about it. Motivation would be the key factor.
And back to those 3 players, is Connor Callison one of those players, and does his lawsuit of the coach have anything to do with him not being on the team?
Well, in fact, this would be surprising to you guys. Connor Callison's mom decided to walk into our coach's office earlier this year and ask if Connor Callison could make the team this year after a $250,000 lawsuit was filed against our coach. Our coach basically said, screw you. But the players not actually playing for Eureka High Varsity Baseball this year would be Trevor Ribberty because of grades, would be Jordan Thayer because he doesn't want to play, which mind boggles me. And the last person would be, well, Tyson Miller is injured, and Kyle Watkins, who cannot play because of Tommy John's surgery. So that is 3 spots open for Zach Ross to take over.
Kyle Watkins can't play. That leaves an opening for me and my 63-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, Kyle's 86-mile-an-hour slider might have something to say about that.
Kyle can't throw that 86-mile-an-hour slider, so I don't think it's going to be doing much damage from the bench.
He will be traveling with us, but he will not make any impact.
Kyle very likely could throw faster than me left-handed, though. That could be a threat. Also, the last time I played was before I hit the gym, and do you see these shoulders? Swole. So I think my arm speed and throwing speed have been upped a little bit.
After that varsity baseball conversation, we'll be right back with post-game interviews.
And we're back. I'm Scott Sterling here with Bobby Purify. Now, Bobby, great game out there. I see they've taken the score down, but I believe it was something like 63-8. 73-8, I stand corrected. Any comment on just the lockdown D and lights out offense produced by you guys tonight?
Everybody wanted to hit. Bench players. B didn't want to wait to take a shot. First thing she wanted to do, bank shot.
I did not understand a word you just said, but thanks for the comment. Now, how do you
volume and diction, Bobby? Volume and diction.
How do you manage to stay pumped up in a game like that when you're up 21-0 after 1 quarter?
Well, when Lou hits a 3, there's no way not to be pumped up. Is that right?
Well, and I got to say that it's not really so much as being pumped up as being less deflated than the other team after getting handled time and time again. So on a scale of 1 to 10, were you deflated because it was a little boring, or were you still pretty good, like around a 5 of energy?
I think I was like a 4.
Like a 4, okay, that's understandable. What do you think South Fork was?
Maybe like a 2.
A 2, okay. And was this more difficult or less difficult than the first time you played them?
We haven't played them before.
And never mind.
Well, the South Fork Lady Cubs contributed for probably the most turnovers I've ever seen in a high school basketball game.
Excluding the men's varsity Eureka team.
He is right about excluding that team against the Lady Loggers. So what contributed to your guys' beastly defense? Was it just them not being very good, or was it something you guys did? She doesn't know what I just said, folks, and it looks like Justin Ross is caught on the microphone.
Well, and I also have to say that we don't really need to exclude the Loggers varsity boys team because they're not really a team if you think about it. They are 5 players on the court trying to do their own free will and agendas. That's not really a team. Well, and I think most people watching can kind of realize that. End of the first, beginning of the third quarter.
Latimer did quit, but then rejoined the team as Sophia Gallegos told us. Does that have anything to do with the team aspect?
Probably not.
Now, Bobby Purify, you guys just won by 65 points. Was this the greatest? Was this the greatest victory for you in your high school career?
No.
What was that greatest victory?
Probably beating Arcata.
Well, by points, I mean.
Oh, okay, then yes, by points, by far.
That was definitely a complete domination. Thank you, Bobby Purify, for joining us on EHSPN's Tuesday night broadcast. And we're going to come back with Mickey Seunga with the interview. We'll be right back.
All right, so we've got one word out of Mickey Seunga tonight. And the question that will be answered in one word was, did you even have to try?
No.
You heard it first on EHSPN, folks. I'm Scott Sterling.
I'm Brendon Fischel.
And I'm Zach Ross.
We're signing off from Tuesday night's edition of EHSPN. Thanks for tuning in.